Hey guys, what's going on? Abby here. Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today's video is all about the Scavenger's Den Legend Lost Sector. I'm going to show you the loadout that I run on the Hunter and how I get through this Lost Sector. Today, May 13th, it is the exotic legs, so go out there and get the brand new legs that dropped with this season. We've got legs for every class. The recommended power for this one is 1310. So as we make our way over there, let's take a look at the modifiers. We're going to have a bonus to solar damage, so you know we're going to be going Golden Gun and utilizing that solar damage modifier. And we're also going to be encountering some arc shields. There's actually only a couple, I think. And then we're going to be encountering barrier servitors, which we love, sarcasm, and overload captains. So let's take a quick look at my loadout. This is my Hunter. We are going Golden Gun. Now you could also do Blade Barrage, and you could probably do it with Shards of Galanor or something like that. Could be a good option, but we're going Golden Gun. This is so we can one-shot any of the champions and the boss. And then for my SMG, we're using Extraordinary Rendition. You could also use any of the other primary SMGs. You could also use Aikilos if you want here, and then a Scout in your primary slot. You could also go with the new Auto Rifle for your anti-barrier. However, Auto Rifle against anti-barrier is a little meh. But those are our two weapons for our champions. If you do use Aikilos, remember to put Global Reach on so you can get those nice Warmind Cell explosions. And then we're using good old Anarchy. Now, if you don't have Anarchy, you could use another grenade launcher, or you could go with something like Code Duello for that extra solar damage and the rocket launcher. Lament is also another option. If you're using Aikilos or some other kind of arc damage, you could go with the Solar Sword to take out the anti-barriers. However, keep in mind that they are servitors, so they're going to have a lot of immune ads surrounding them, so it's a little bit more difficult to get in there. Another good option for your loadout is the Risk Runner, since there is a lot of arc damage with the Fallen. However, when I tried it out, I didn't really see the Superconductor perk proccing that often because there are a lot of Marauders and things that are shooting solar damage at you as well. Onto our armor, you're going to want to prioritize intellect and try to get as much intellect as you can so that you have your Golden Gun up more often and you can one-shot those champions. It really helps take them out quickly. And then we're going to be running Celestial Nighthawk for that one big Golden Gun shot. We've got Ashes to Assets on here and Reactive Pulse. And then we've got our anti-barrier and overload on our arms with Taking Charge. I've got Global Reach on here, which actually I could change it to something else. You can also use Shield Break Charge here in order to get a little bit more charge with light. And then on our legs, we've got Grenade Launcher Scavenger, which is in the artifact for 1 point, which is super nice. We also have Powerful Friends, but you don't really need it on a Golden Gun build. And then on our cloak, we've got Breach and Clear, which is from the artifact, and it's in the last column. It costs 9 energy, which is crazy, but as long as you hit any of the champions and the boss with a grenade launcher, you're going to hit all critical hits. So it is an insane damage boost and it is really good. So if you have enough XP into the artifact and you can put this on, then put this on. Another really great mod in the artifact is Argent Ordnance. So if you want to use that with a rocket launcher, you could do that as well. Alright, let's get into this Lost Sector. It's a pretty quick one. I feel like Hunter is probably the weakest out of all the classes, but I have not tried it on other classes yet. I wanted to make sure to get this video out for you guys. So as you guys can see, the bottom spawn door there, that's where your first barrier servitor is going to come out. So I like to rush him and try to kill him as fast as possible because he'll just move around, immuning all the ads. And so it's best if you just take him out really quickly. Also, as you can see, my reactive pulse is going off a lot here because there are quite a few little melee guys that try to sneak up on you and slice you, and we're taking more arc damage, so they're gonna hurt a lot. Usually in these Lost Sectors, I just try to rush it as quickly as possible. And sometimes that means you die, but it's alright. We had 4 revives, so now we have 3. Watch out for this Marauder up top. He shoots solar damage and it actually hurts a lot. Once you kill most of the ads, your overload captain is going to spawn up top here. So I'm trying to get to him, but you can use this little area to get some cover and stun him that way and then pop some anarchy shots in. And you can see he's kind of glowing. That's the breach and clear mod. And then we're going to finish him off. And the door is open. You don't have to worry about clearing out any of the rest of the ads. Once you kill that overload, you can just keep on going into the next room here. This room can be a little bit awkward because the overload's going to spawn up there at the top. And so instead of killing all the guys down below, I'm just going to pop this barrel and then head on top and try to get the overload. We almost died there, but you know, we made it. We have our golden gun, so we're just going to immediately pop that and kill that overload, get him out of here, and then on to the next room. You got some lasers going on, and then I hop up here to get the next laser, which gets that one on our left, so we can keep moving through and on to the boss room. The boss room really is the hardest part. If you don't take out the barrier servitor immediately, you are gonna have a bad time. You can get basically pushed into the back corner and you can't get out. I tend to utilize this little under area right here to get cover from a lot of those ads that are up top shooting down at you. But try to kill this barrier servitor as soon as possible because it can really be rough with the overload and the barrier servitor and everything surrounding you at once with the fire from the boss up top. So then we're going to get this overload. And now all we have left is the boss. We've got a lot of ads here which can kind of be annoying, the vandals in particular, and they can shoot down a lot of arc damage on you, so just be careful of that. I was playing Ring Around the Rosie with this shank, so unfortunately I died again, but it's alright. We got 7 revives and we're at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so we're looking pretty good here. You can see the boss up there at the top. I'm going to take out some of these vandals. Use the barrels to your advantage, but be careful because the radius for those explosions is pretty big. We have our golden gun up now, but we're going to need to strip the boss's shield first using anarchy. So we're just going to take out some of the ads because as you can see, and then I almost grenaded myself. We're just going to take out some of the ads because these guys up here can be really frustrating, especially because we're coming up from the bottom and they have the high ground, so it's like a little difficult to make your way up there. But there we go, shield is off, golden gun is out, bang, boom, bam, and that's it. That is the Lost Sector, guys. So we did that pretty quickly. This was like my 4th or 5th run, I think. I got the legs on the run prior to this, but I wanted to give you guys a good run in the video. And that is it for the Lost Sector. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.